Rockstar just quietly dropped the full breakdown of the GTA 6 Ultimate Edition and the Vintage Vice City pack, and buried inside these promotional images are actual location names, gang names, TV show references, and story hints we haven't heard anywhere else. This isn't a leak. This is straight from Rockstar's own website. Let's go through every single detail. Subscribe if you want every official update the second it drops. Let's start with the pre-order bonus, called the Vintage Vice City Pack. Rockstar describes it as flashing back to when the neon burned brightest, basically a retro, old Vice City-inspired cosmetic set, and there are 3 parts to it. First, the vehicle, a 1,955 Vapid Stanier sedan. You get to store it in something called the Shore Court Personal Garage, which Rockstar says is right next to Ocean Beach. Now pay attention here, because this is a genuine location confirmation. Ocean Beach and Shore Court are both real named locations inside the game map. And this garage isn't just cosmetic storage, it includes a weapon locker and a secure spot to deposit stolen goods to be fenced. That's a gameplay mechanic hint, not just flavor text. It tells us personal garages will double as fencing hubs. Second, outfits and hairstyles. Jason gets a linen suit in vintage pastel tones, and Lucia gets a red sequin mini dress with curled hair. Rockstar's own wording calls this the Decade of Decadence, a clear stylistic nod to the 1980s aesthetic the original Vice City is famous for, even though this GTA 6 setting is modern day. Third, a weapon skin pattern. And this one's for the longtime fans. It's explicitly described as inspired by Tommy Vercetti's iconic palm tree shirt from the original Vice City. That's Rockstar directly acknowledging the franchise's own history inside GTA 6's marketing, which is a nice touch for anyone who's been here since 2002. That's the pre-order pack. But the Ultimate Edition is where things get really interesting, because this is where we start getting actual new locations, gangs, and world details. First up, a 1,995 Grotti Cheetah, described as an ode to Shore Drive, with a retro-futuristic livery. Shore Drive gets mentioned multiple times across these packs, so that's very likely a major named street or district in the game, probably central to Vice City's map layout. Next, a pair of his and hers revolvers called the Hawk and Little Morgan, and this description is loaded with lore. Rockstar says they're sourced from the Vercetti estate. That's not just a name drop, that implies there is an actual physical Vercetti estate location somewhere in this game world, tying directly back to the original Vice City's criminal empire. There's also personalized sidearms for each character, Jason's Girardi ES9 and Lucia's Close K17, engraved and unique to them. Small detail, but it shows Rockstar is treating each character's loadout as distinct, not just reskins of the same gun. Jason gets his own safe house vehicles too, including an Army fatigue-style Dinka Enduro motorcycle and a Crest Kayak casual low-key vehicles, suggesting Jason has a personal home base separate from the main story garages. There's also a boat, the Shih Tzu Squallow, and this one drops 2 new location names at once. It's described as perfect for fishing in something called Gambit Bay, and it's docked at Washington Beach. So we now have at least 3 confirmed coastal areas: Ocean Beach, Gambit Bay, and Washington Beach. This map is shaping up to be genuinely massive. And for off-roading, there's a 1,967 Vapid Dominator buggy built for what Rockstar calls the backwoods of Mount Kalaga. So beyond the beaches, we've now got confirmed mountain, rural terrain too. This buggy stores at the Paradise Garage in Watson Bay, yet another new name district. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Several of these Ultimate Edition perks aren't items, they're entire shops that are exclusively unlocked with the Ultimate Edition. First, Rideout Customs, a mod shop for donk-style builds and custom interiors. Then there's Sarah's Unisex Salon, offering styling for both characters, including facial hair options for Jason and makeup and nail options for Lucia. This confirms a genuinely deep character customization system on par with or beyond what we saw in GTA Online. There's also Stock 305, a streetwear store in an area called Stockyard, another brand new named district we're hearing for the first time. And maybe the most interesting one, Electric Fang Tattoo, also in Stockyard, offering over 50 signature tattoo designs. Rockstar specifically credits the real-world art collective Fail as the designers behind this, meaning they brought in actual outside artists for authenticity, which is a first for this level of detail in a GTA game. Finally, One-Eyed Willie's, an off-road specialty mod shop located in Lake Leonida, confirming yet another named region on the map, this time centered around a lake. This next detail is small but fascinating. There's a clothing capsule called Good Time Gear, inspired by a character called Macca the Gator from a show called Good Time State. That means GTA 6 has its own in-universe TV show with its own fictional mascot character, classic Rockstar world building. Through fake media, the same way GTA 5 had Weasel News. Then there's an actual gang name confirmed, PTT Youngin, described as one of Southside Vice City's loudest and most socially active gangs, and their compound is something you can raid to steal contraband. That's a real named gang and a real named district, Southside Vice City, both brand new. And finally, there's a special commission from a character named Wyman, described as an eccentric collector and local fixer, tasking you with restoring abandoned classic cars. A named fixer character usually means a recurring side mission NPC, so Wyman might be a full questline, not just a one-off. So, stepping back, none of this was a leak. This all came straight from Rockstar's own marketing page, and yet we just pulled out at least 7 new named locations, a new gang, a fictional in-game TV show, an art collective tattoo collaboration, and a hint at a full Fixer-style side quest line. Rockstar is clearly using even their pre-order marketing to seed real world building, which tells you how insanely dense this map is going to be. Which detail surprised you the most, the Vercetti Estate callback, the new gang, or the in-game TV show? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe. I'll be breaking down every official reveal like this all the way to November 19th. See you in the next one.
여기는 본토 제티라 안나티아 본토스 기업은 지금이다. update to I've seen a very commissioner while I told me to hear for damage for the